Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're gonna take a pause. We're gonna take a look at the new Tangle pause from Debbi Minero. Oh, it's a neat one. Deb comes up with such neat ideas. All right, this one you can think of it a couple ways. In Deb step out, and I copied Deb's um, idea into my step out, but I did put a note on mine that you could do this in one stroke if you wanted to. It's kind of like Muka. All right, starts off with, and I'm going to do it separated. So if you've never done the Tangle Muka, you can search my channel. I have a video on it. It's such a beautiful tangle. And this would just be doing like they've taken it to, I forget what they're calling it. We were calling it Muka fronds, like one leaf of Muka. Anyway, so if you want to do this separated, starts off with just a nice C-shaped curve line, and then now this one, let me warn you, you have to leave some room up at the top. Then from this end here, we're going to bring it, oh, look, we're going to bring it around kind of into a bulb, but really, if you think about it, it is an S shape. So from here to here, just an S shape. And then you can just bring it on down to meet the end. Unless, of course, you start it from the opposite direction, and then you would meet it up here. It all depends on your perspective where you start. If you want to do it all as one, you don't let me do it. I'll just do it on the back of this. Oh, let me show that at the end. Let me show that at the end. That would make more sense. Okay. Then we're essentially going to do the same thing again. We're going to aura this. I'm going to start it. Oh, noisiness outside. So, like that. Just a gianter C shape, essentially auraing what you have. And then here, it's a little bit different. We're kind of doing an aura here. If you've done the Tangle Hollis, it's similar to that. Or actually, I mean, it's still Muka. It's just like there's Rick's version and Maria's version, and Rick's version has this bulbous piece, and Maria's just kind of turns back on itself. And that would be like this. So we're going to continue from here. And like I said, see how it's just turning back on itself. You decide the thickness, of course, and we're just going to continue all the way around and meet there at the tip. Boy, that is the best one I have done so far. Now, if you wanted to do it in one stroke, and I'm just going to do this in the back here, it would look like this. And you can do this either direction, like that. It's easier to do smaller one stroke because if you don't want to lift up your pen, but that's how you would do it. It's perfectly fine. Whatever works best for you. I like to make sure to emphasize that. All right, then on Deb's step out, she has us putting some pairs of lines, some double lines. Try to evenly space mine. I don't think I'll end up here with 5 instead of 4 as she has, but as you know, it doesn't matter. And also on Deb's step out, she includes some other ideas for ways you can do this. Things you can decorate. You don't have to do these. I know on one she's got just little orbs decorating around the outside. Some going all the way, you know down this way. Whatever you want to do is fine. Okay, but I'm following her step out. On the top of these, it's kind of, it's still more of a C shape. You can put a little flare on the end like that, makes it a little bit more of an S shape. Up to you. If you've done the Tangle poke leaf, it's similar to that top. I'm doing my different sizes so it fills in. And then it's just a matter of shading and having fun. Um, I really, well, let's see. I'm gonna do this again because well, let's just decide here. Okay, let's decide to do it. Um, on one of Deb's, uh, actually, it's the first, decorate and play. She comes from these little corners. At least that's what it looks like, and puts a little curly Q meeting in the middle. I think it's just adorable. So I'm doing it again. Ah! And then your choice. You can decorate this however you want. You can just shade it. And in fact, because I haven't tried this yet, on any of my samples, I just shaded it. But let's do this. Let's do these curved lines because I like them. And really, I'm still working on my ideas for fill-in because there's so many. Um, but you can fill it in however your imagination, wherever it takes you, you can do it. And I'm thinking if your brain goes, "Ooh, I wonder what this would look like," that means just do it. Like that. And I might just leave the inside. Let's put a little shine comma there, and let us shade this. Ooh, there's a tortillon. You would think by now it's because I was playing around before I decided to do the video. I'm like, oh my goodness, look at it, it's getting late. I should get this here done, and everything just disappears when I do that. Ah, okay, there we go. Ooh, let's have fun this way. Just gonna put some graphite carefully on the outside of this. I'm just gonna do one side because I don't know. We'll see how the tortillon acts. If I can do both sides, that would be really cool. And I have a relatively new one. And I'm just going to I call this scooching. Because I'm kind of just going up and down. Now I could do it. I'm trying not to get it outside of the lines like I just did there and there. If I do it this way, it's thicker, and I don't want it to be thicker. I just want to have this nice gradient, as you can see, developing as I'm going along. Mm-hmm. Ooh, let's. Okay, okay. You know, this is why, to me, maybe it's just me. um, I find it fun to do things in stages because you don't. Maybe you get inspired in the middle, and I did. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. And I'm doing this the same thing. I'm not going into that top section. I'm just staying in this outside section. Mm-hmm. Interesting. And we'll just keep it going. So it's just doing graphite on one side. Trying to keep that Keep it inside the line. It's interesting. And then let's do this. If I can encourage anything, just play. Don't let thoughts of perfection wreck it. just just play and know that there's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle. And this line was light, so I'm going to redefine it, which means I probably have to redefine the other ones. Well, maybe not. Sometimes that graphite can just kind of cover things up. Don't be afraid also if you feel like you need to redefine it. You can. It's all good. Oh no, I'm just going to leave that like that. Make sure you wipe off your tip. I use a folded up paper towel, and I just kind of swirl the tip in it because you don't want it to get all junked up with the graphite. I think, well, you know what? I think it's rather interesting, except I've left these poor guys up here. Oh, you know what? Let's see what's left on the tortillon. Oh, I'll start this way. We're just going to do one side. Oh, look at how much is left there. Oy. And just, turn your tortillon, because that way it's, you're wiping it off of all the sides. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And it's nice for when you don't necessarily need a lot. You don't want to have the graphite remorse in there. It just needs a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Totally happy. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, would love to have you click like. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, would love to have you be a subscriber. In the description section, you will find links to step outs and ways to connect with me if you wish. Just so we world premiered this. I think Deb launched it in August. We world premiered this on our last Tangle time, which had a bit of a day shift for one of the sessions. So if you want to see those replays, make sure when you go to my website, sign up for, put your email in to follow my blog, and when I send those out, you'll see it. And if you subscribe to the channel, it'll be separate because I don't always do it all at once. You will see the links to the replays for these. The work was amazing that we did. We just like to have fun and play. And let me show you a little bit of what I did. This was the first one. Oops, oh, is it gonna? Oh, see, magic. Okay. Sometimes I have to do that, and it just all of a sudden goes later. This one, maybe not so much. Anyway, had fun doing this, doing 4, as you can see, having fun with bead line and some color in a marble. A lot of fun. And then this one, which, again, fun, similar to what I did today for you, but I just did some shading. That's on a tan Zentangle tile, and just having a lot of fun with it. So neat tangle. So many things you can do, and it's like I said, when you subscribe to my blog, when I send out the recap, it'll have the screenshot and pictures from everybody that either participated online or participated afterwards. That's on our Facebook group, or those that email me their work. I like to include it all in there, and I try to update it as well if I get new stuff. But that way you can just see all of the ideas, and and maybe you find something that you want to try, and that's what's extra fun about what we do in most all of the sessions that I teach is that way. It's just really exploring our creativity, and so much fun. All right, so with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.